Hello everyone, Frost here. Welcome back to a new classic WoW video. This is the second episode from the Rags to Riches series. Previously, we talked about how to make gold with engineering and mining early levels and early game. Now we're going to do something similar, but instead we'll use alchemy and herbalism. The method I'm going to show you is quite popular, and you might already know it, but today we're going to delve deeper into it rather than just scratching the surface. Without further ado, let's explore. In order to do this, we have to venture to the location of the old city of Alterac, today known as Alterac Mountains. Although Alterac was a human city, its leaders sided with the orcs instead of the Alliance in the second war against the Horde. In return, the Alliance executed the leaders and burned the city to the ground, proving once again that it's not as simple as Alliance are the good guys and Horde are the bad ones. Yetis and ogres now infest the ruined city, and some of the old citizens of Alterac now reformed into a criminal organization named the Syndicate. They're hiding in the surrounding hills where they set up some shops. The mountains are also the home of the wizard city of Dalaran, which was destroyed by the Burning Legion and is now being rebuilt in a magical bubble. The reason we're venturing into this magical place is to purchase the frost oil secret from Broken the Bold Alchemist, who sells the recipe in limited quantity. Sometimes you have to wait 2 hours for another recipe to appear, and sometimes it appears even in half an hour. Why is this recipe so important, you might ask? Well, first of all, frost oil is used in a variety of other crafts, such as Gyrofreeze Ice Reflector, Frost Tiger Blade, Snowmaster 9000, Enchant Shield Frost Resistance, and so on. Other than that, the frost oil is also used as the reagent for 2 quests. A Broken Trap, where the frost oil is a vital piece of the tribute run performed in Dalaran North. But most important, the Coolant Heads Prevail quest in Badlands. Part of a small chain that in the end will reward players with a trinket nifty stopwatch. A nice gadget to have early game, and most people will like to get their hands on it. The oil itself is a temporary weapon enhancement that adds a small amount of frost damage to your melee attacks and slows the enemy for a couple of seconds. It procs pretty often, dealing 40 to 45 damage, usually twice in a fight. For players without a frost damage spell, a melee weapon with frost oil is one of the very few ways they can damage Viscidus in Ankiraj. You have to deal frost damage in order to kill it. There might be other ways to kill Viscidus, but some will consider them exploits. Basically, the frost oil is a recipe that every alchemist needs to have in their arsenal, because it will have value for the whole iteration of vanilla, especially early game. The downside to it is that some people will choose to farm the frost oil recipe by parking an alt next to Broken and logging in every 15 minutes in order to purchase all recipes and control the frost oil market. Or some people would just do it to sell it for an extra gold on the auction house. Nevertheless, this is not how we choose to make the gold with this recipe. The choice is to make and sell frost oil for profit in the auction house and maybe during your adventure in Badlands. Make sure to carry a couple with you, as you will be able to sell them right there. The materials required for crafting frost oils are 4 Khadgar's Whisker, a herb that is found pretty abundant in the world, and Winter's Bite, a herb that we're going to get from Alterac Mountain around the same broken vendor that will sell us the recipe. Now, when journeying to the Alterac Mountain, make sure to group up because the mobs around are elites. There are lots of quests around and finding a party will be easy. Pick all the Winter's Bites and check the vendor whenever you get a chance. The average price for frost oil is around 80 silver to 1.5 gold, you know, supply and demand, but most commonly will sell for slightly under 1 gold. They might sell better during weekends and peak times as lots of players will be online at that time. Make sure to list them at the auction house in stacks of 1 because most people will purchase them for the nifty stopwatch quest, as purchasing 1 frost oil from the market will be advertised in leveling guides such as Joanna Leveling Guide and so on. This will get you some nice amounts of gold as an alchemist right before you reach level 40, making you viable to purchase a mount right ahead and maybe train a couple of spells, as in the long run alchemy will be used for different reasons, but more about that in our future episodes. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below. If you have any questions, join my Discord, you can find it in the description of the video. Until next time, stay frosty.